Keaton. Oh my gosh.
Oh man, oh, what a game to start us off today. Jinx, just absolutely explosive play. That was just our first game. We still have 3 more matches that we're going to go through in round 1, but wow, what a way to kick it off, right? Man, absolutely bonkers display there from Jinx.
As mentioned by Taylor, we cut up with all the players before groups were started. We cut up with the players in a series of interviews. Let's catch up with Ray Remix and why he chose Pac-Man as his main right now.
So I chose Pac-Man. So going back to my Brawl history where I played Toon Link, I excelled as a projectile character or player. So it just felt natural to transition to Pac-Man. But Pac-Man felt a little better for me because while Toon Link is more of a just spam like the whole time, Pac-Man's more of a set up traps kind of thing. And I definitely wanted to go more that route, and I finally found it in Pac-Man. But the thing is, with Smash, like I've put what, like 1,000 hours into Ultimate alone, and I'm honestly surprised that more people don't pick up Pac-Man, because with all the other characters, like they seem like after like 100, 200 hours you'd be bored with them. But with Pac-Man, there's always new things to, like every single game I'm like experimenting with something new and I find new things, and it's like, how can more people not play him? So yeah, and just in general, like the character's cute. We were born all not in the same year, but I mean kind of close. But yeah, so and it's easy to find merch of him, so yeah.
You always love hearing about why people talk about why they made their characters. I will say though, while he does set up a lot of traps, as you saw in that last game, you can't set up traps without your bait, which is all the Fruit Man stuff. So, just very interesting. Also, yeah. Ray kind of revealing his age, saying he's almost as old as Pac-Man. So, you do the math at home, folks. But Ray is definitely one of the older contenders. And Jinx definitely one of the younger ones. I can't remember how old Jinx is, but I don't think he's very much older than maybe like 18-ish.
Jinx is on the older side of all the players in our bracket. I mean, which is kind of weird to say because he's really not that old. But considering we have people in bracket like Tilted, people like Frost that are literally like teenagers. Jinx is like literally a full-blown adult in comparison.
I mean, I guess, man. Right? But that's the cool thing about Ultimate, man. Is I feel like having the one difference from Melee to Ultimate is that Ultimate, the game just came out on a modern system with internet connection, and you do get a lot of those younger competitors. And I still think that after the quarantine, we're going to see a lot of those young competitors really started with some of these online events. They're going to start going to the in-person ones. That's one of the things that Frost said when we interviewed him for when he made top 8, was like, yeah, I joined right before all the quarantine stuff happened. I'm really hungry to get back into an event. So this is actually one of Frost's very few in-person events he's been able to attend to as a new competitor. And speaking of Frost, I think we're going to get Stroder Frost. Is that what I heard, Keaton?
No, you heard wrong. It's Stroder versus B Rice up next.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
No, you're good. But these are, again, two very established Arizona players that have been around for forever. And definitely two people that tend to run brackets wherever they're at. So the fact that they're playing in round 1 today is pretty crazy, actually.
I know. I'm actually curious as to how the seeding worked out between the group stages here. But very interested to see that we're going to see B Rice and Stroder, who I would kind of imagine would meet later in the bracket in round 1. So either way, I don't envy the losers bracket after this match, Keaton. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, right. It's not going to be fun. You literally, either way, you're going to have either Stroder or B Rice and Rave Remix in losers. Like this is going to be rough. But I do want to say the reason that we have these two players playing. B Rice played in Group B, and he was the runner-up of that bracket. And Stroder won Group C. So I don't know what the seeding actually looks like for these two players, but yeah, they're That's kind of why these two are going up against each other.
Oh, and we got the Burger King crown on deck, bro. Stroder, the king of Arizona, pretty much, taking his rightful crown. By the way, for those of you playing at home, I can't remember, it's on Stroder somewhere, but the +2 attack is a reference to some card in some game that he plays. So if you're wondering about that, it's definitely it's like a stat or like a buff or something on whatever card game Stroder plays.
It's a card, some card in some game. Glad we got to the bottom of that one.
Well, I'm just saying, because I was like, is this like a Pokemon reference? Like, what's going on? But because I saw it during the group stages. But, this is a matchup we've seen a lot. I know that Stroder tends to play rushdown characters against B-Rice. And it's just going to be a kind of an interesting set. I really don't know who's going to win this, especially because we saw B-Rice playing on the, playing friendlies before the stream started. And he was playing pretty good. Oh, I'm going to give that good air fist bump to start our set number 2. Let's do it, baby.
Yes, sir. We got Stroder versus B-Rice going to FD round 1. This is kind of a good stage for B-Rice, I will be honest. B-Rice just has a lot more space to dance around, plant Lloyd Rocket, and throw out projectiles. It's going to be a little bit difficult for Stroder to get in. We're already kind of seeing that just 20 seconds into the game.
And what's interesting is that Taylor, our Veronica for broadcast person, put together a bunch of top 8 stats for us. And one of the things in there is most banned stages. And Final Destination is in Stroder's one of most banned stages along with Kalos. So it's very interesting to see that he must have banned something specific against Isabelle. I don't know what it is. But either way, I really feel like you said, the stage is really working out well for B-Rice. Flat stage, no platforms or anything to get around.
Yeah, and it's definitely working so far, being able to easily snag Stroder's first stock. And without too much damage to show for it, 71%, but, I mean, you're not quite in danger of getting randomly Well, never mind on that, I guess.
Well, because, it was interesting. I thought he was like, is he going to jab at this early percent? But what he did was actually jab to the very slow side B. Because what I see a lot of Roy mains do is that they'll do side B at that percent, and they'll go through at the normal speed and they'll just miss. So good stuff for Stroder, just knowing that B-Rice didn't know how to get out of that, and he actually got the kill from it. I don't know if B-Rice is ready for the BI on that.
Yeah, actually hit him with the giant B. But either way, this is still a very even match so far. 190% on both players, but B-Rice currently sending Stroder off. That's Lloyd Rocket. Good on Stroder for going high. B-Rice was late on the call out, but does get an up smash to take Stroder's second stock there.
Yeah, and you're going to see that a lot. Is Stroder's going to have a harder time getting back to the ledge just because of how linear Roy's recoveries and how easy it is to hit him out of it. And like you've seen, he's had to air dodge through a bunch of fishing rods and get past the Lloyd Rocket at ledge. And right now, Stroder in danger of being lapped in percent on his last stock here. Not looking good for Stroder in game 1.
Yeah, I mean, right now, this doesn't look like Stroder is playing hot. I've seen Stroder play for countless games, and right now, he's looking a little rusty.
Yeah, and I wonder if it's rustiness or just the fact that maybe he's not playing the right character, because as you know, man, Stroder truly has, I think, the deepest pockets in the business, man. Like, he pulls out just almost any character, no matter who he's playing against. So maybe he'll switch after this, I don't know, maybe like Greninja or something. I really don't know.
I wouldn't be surprised. This is Astro. B-Rice taking game 1. Yeah, that was, I don't know. There was just a ton of factors at work there. Like B-Rice, I'm not sure why Stroder let B-Rice take him to Final Destination for game 1. That just doesn't seem like a good idea, and Stroder definitely paid the price for it.
Oh, and as I said, man, that Greninja coming out, I wonder, Keaton, if he did the biggest mind game, threw on game 1 so he couldn't go back to Final Destination. I don't know what the DSR rule, maybe Taylor can fill me in on that one. But again, I wonder if he did that on purpose, just so he can get that stage out of the way.
Yeah, I mean, it could be. Knowing Stroder, I wouldn't be surprised. Even if, that wasn't his plan, he could say, yeah, that was my plan, and I believe him. Either way, Town and City, another... this is another pretty flat stage.
Stroder about decision-making, Keaton, it's always like, oh, I just did that because I wanted to.
That's what I'm saying. But right now, yeah, it is another big flat stage, so I think it slightly favors B-Rice yet again, but Stroder just kind of trying to make it work. Gets down tilt, not going to get a follow-up off of it.
Yeah, man. And,
Yeah,
oh,
you're
my
right.
goodness.
Gets
B-Rice
the up
is really
smash.
just punishing Stroder's attempt to set up a kill confirm on his shield, basically just waiting out either in the last game jabs case or down tilt there. Not going to pan out for him that time. But again, B-Rice really knows what percent Stroder wants his hit confirms and punishing accordingly.
Yeah, and I mean, right now, B-Rice is kind of all over Stroder, 67% in climbing. Stroder's really just having a tough time getting in, getting those dash attacks and down tilt. Does get B-Rice off stage, tries to go for a down air. There's a good fair off stage, but B-Rice texts it, and not much comes of it.
And that's the challenging thing. Isabelle may not be the fastest character, but whenever I watch B-Rice play, he makes her look so quick with all the options that B-Rice throws out, man. It's just ridiculous. Not going to get the double up air, though. Still got B-Rice in a kind of compromising spot, but he really needs to put the stock away.
Yeah, finally gets Nair into fair. Stroder taking the lead, in the first stock lead for him this set. Waiting out the Lloyd Rocket. B-Rice just lets it rip, and that's actually such a good call out. Lloyd Rocket is down. Stroder goes to the counter, does get some damage. Tries to get a dash attack off of the tech read, but just still nothing coming of it. B-Rice just seeming impenetrable with his defenses right now.
And that is something that Stroder's going to have to be aware of. B-Rice is going to have to be aware of is that the fact that Stroder can long distance counter and long distance punish those Lloyd Rocket attempts, man. And you saw almost put it away with the Shadow Sneak.
He was going for both the Shuriken and the Shadow Sneak. You can start to see some pieces starting to click together in Stroder's head. But he still has to close out this last stock for B-Rice to take this game. Gets Nair into fair, and that actually kills. Stroder taking game 2 over B-Rice.
Yeah, man, and I wonder what we're going to see here. But again, Stroder's just really patiently waiting out. Kind of was in a bad position here, getting a dash attack. But again, Nair to forward air. Stroder does not miss those, man. And what started out as maybe a negative game for Stroder, it turned into his favor, going to put him 1-1 on the board.
Yeah, and 1-1 is, that is what we're going into. B-Rice does get the counter pick. We are going into game 3, which in a best-of-5 series is always so important. The score is wrong. It is not 2-0 right now. 1-1. But a small battlefield. I think this is kind of an interesting counter pick here for B-Rice. What do you think the logic behind it is?
I can kind of see it. It's not necessarily the flattest stage. It's small. He has time to kind of force Stroder to approach when he wants him to. Maybe not necessarily working out because, like I was going to say, the challenging thing for B-Rice is Stroder does have access to at least 2 platforms for combo extensions there, as you saw kind of come into play. And man, Stroder using the Dab Boy Greninja, kind of feeling himself today.
Yeah, I'm not sure if this is Stroder playing so much better or if B-Rice, if the walls are coming down a little bit. Right now, B-Rice down an entire stock. Stroder, the one in the driver's seat. Going into this, this is the caliber of play I was expecting from Stroder, but that first game really set some expectations for B-Rice. Right now, he's not living up to them.
Well, I think the challenging thing is these two have played a decent amount, both online and offline, and they kind of know each other a decent amount. But I feel like right now, Stroder just really putting the fact that B-Rice is a ledge trap and projectile character, and Greninja is a rush down combo one. Just knowing that if he can get the combo started, that he can actually put him in a sense of fear a little bit. But as you saw, man, back throw at the ledge is gonna yeet him out of existence there.
Yeah. I really like the way that you put that. Stroder's advantage state is so scary, especially when he's, in the zone. Just because he's so consistent with his follow-up. Like, he can get Nair into fair really easy. Good back air there. But even if he misses something, one of Greninja's biggest strengths is capitalizing on that and getting a frame trap out of it. Like, if you miss up smash out of your dash attack, then you can go for another dash attack or go for a grab or something. And that's something Stroder is really, really, really good at.
And I feel like Stroder's just really hitting his full chart more than B-Rice is right now. You know, it's those low percent combos, mid percent combos, then you got that one hit follow up, and then he's dead. And right now, B-Rice just kind of having a hard time getting things going. And I know with B-Rice's character, particularly the way he plays, that sometimes that affects him. Isabelle doesn't have necessarily the best disadvantage state. That's why people put her so far down on the tier list normally, is that it's just you really cannot get anything started unless she's kind of in the lead. And again, man, you gotta watch out for those just because it's so easy to get a kill on that. The substitution has a very, very strong amount of knockback. And if he catches you at the wrong time, even if you don't think you get hit by it, it is going to result in your death.
Yeah, Stroder with the grab, goes for down throw. I don't think forward throw would have killed quite at that percent. But right now, Stroder looking to close out game 3. B-Rice just get a grab, but not much of a follow-up yet. Fishing rod, and that's going to be the kill for B-Rice. 123%, not out of the woods quite yet.
Yeah, but I mean, that's all you really need is one of those low percent combos there. And then it's so funny, whenever B-Rice sees you the moment you're at over 100%, he's going for that fishing rod kill, man. And right now, the end of the game is can Stroder put it away before B-Rice starts mounting his offense here.
B-Rice so good at those jab mix-ups. You can see B-Rice conditioning Stroder with jab, and then earlier he up-tilted, and now Stroder is expecting an up-tilt to his shield. B-Rice grabs, but a down smash from Stroder catches B-Rice's get-up option, and that's game 3 going over to Stroder.
Yeah, man, I feel like the balloon might have done B-Rice in a little bit, because I feel like the balloons are still active right when B-Rice is trying to get off a ledge, and I feel like that kind of just put him away, put him in a position where he could actually get hit by that move.
Yep, yet another game where Hurtbox extensions become a huge part of the game. I totally forgot to look for the stain, because it's not something I'm used to anymore. We're going back to small battlefield for game number 4, though.
Man, I mean, it's really interesting, because I think this is one of the first offline events we ran. And it's so interesting to see how people actually use small battlefield. That's one of the things coming back out of quarantine. There's going to be stuff that we haven't necessarily seen at a large level. You know, small battlefield. Three DLCs now, because we're going to have Min and Steve, and then Sephiroth after that. Wow, I actually did not know Hydro can pop balloons. Very interesting.
I didn't either. Hey, apparently it does like, or I know that it does a slight amount of percent, like a couple, but I didn't know that it was enough to pop a balloon. Down tilt. Right there, you can see that the frame trapping that I was talking about. Stroder getting a down tilt, goes for forward air, doesn't find it, and then tries for up air, or something like that, and ends up following it up and getting an up smash, and B-Rice lands on the platform. Stroder is up 3-2 right now.
What's very interesting about this combo that started with B-Rice being a disadvantage is that he actually went for jab, 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 and to grab again. But Stroder kind of being aware that I don't think he's going to fall for that going forward in the future, because I feel like most people expect you in the jab, jab, up tilt. B-Rice going with the mix-up with that grab there. Again, I don't know how much longer this is going to work for B-Rice, because Stroder is very adaptive. It's one thing that keeps him on top in our state.
Yeah, and also helps him a lot when he's going abroad as well. And right now, in this specific match, he's definitely doing a great job of adapting. I mean, like, looking at that Game 1 Stroder compared to how he's playing right now, maybe he was readjusting to playing on LAN, and he's like, all right, well, I'll throw this game, and then I'll have the rest of the games. B-Rice can't go to FD. But he's definitely playing really well. B-Rice finally gets his first stock, though.
I know, but man, you cannot count B-Rice out. I've seen him pull 3 stock comebacks before. It is just insane what he can do. But again, he does have to get something started here if he wants to stay in the winner's bracket.
Yeah. There's the up air. B-Rice trying to land. Air dodges past ledge. Actually going to be running past. Doesn't have a Lloyd rocket. That is something we see B-Rice do a lot. Go underneath the ledge to the other side of the platform and have a Lloyd rocket waiting. But not falling for it, and does get a fair close out B-Rice's second stock.
I think that the one thing that's keeping Stroder in really good advantage here is I think between Greninja's double jump height, which is pretty high, and his fall speed, he's actually having a really hard time, B-Rice, to keep Stroder in these fair loops that you see are so common from B-Rice. And it's just making so that B-Rice has to work just so much harder than Stroder does. I mean, already being last in percent on his potential last stock in winners.
Yeah. Maybe not as familiar with the matchup. I can imagine that it's possible that B-Rice or Schroeder plays more Isabelles and B-Rice plays Greninjas.
That and the
But that
fact
is-
of, I feel like in their set count, I cannot tell you how many times Stroder has gotten Greninja versus B-Rice. So it may be a new adjustment for him.
Yeah. There's the Nair. Tries to get the fair follow-up, goes for up smash on the platform, doesn't find the mark. Shuriken goes a little wide. B-Rice recovering low, gets called out by the Shuriken and doesn't have enough!
Wow!
That Imp actually closes out the stock and closes out the set there.
Again, man, like I said, the mark of a high player is going for edge guards against someone who may not normally edge guard. Because I mean, I have not seen Greninja go that far down to get an edge guard. I mean, really, get the Shuriken side gives just not enough gas to go to the other side on this one, man.
Yeah, Schroeder was just playing so well after that game one. But even then, B-Rice, still has, this is a double elimination bracket today, so he's still in. But either way, Schroeder is going to be advancing in. Even though B-Rice is technically a higher seed than him, Schroeder is going to continue on in winner's bracket.
And here's the snipe again. We just missed it that he did call him out with that low recovery with the Shuriken game. And for those of you who don't know, Isabelle has a gas mechanic similar to Villager and Olimar and Rob to the point where they actually need enough gas to get back. And so we saw that Blue just straight up just didn't make it. So, I mean, a great edge guard to Schroeder. Good thing for him, I think. He's going to be moving on to, I can't remember the next round of the bracket. But either way, good stuff to Schroeder. Man, not entering the loser's bracket, getting sent with B-Rice in there, man. I don't want to play him. He's a monster in losers.